reusable content is key. I'm telling you that six white paper series took a lot of time and effort from our team, as well as the whole company, the product engineer, and the engineer that we consulted with. But doing that, we had viable content that's able to live in a lot of different platforms, and it has a long lifespan. The multi-channel mix was very, very successful. If I had to do it over again, I would have done it probably the same type of mix. The technical webinars and the white papers, and then using social as a little bit of, in the background. Things to keep, get that business buy-in. If you don't have sales and marketing aligned, and I know that's tough to do, we've heard that before, it's very hard to be successful in a campaign. So what we try to do is work within our strategic initiatives from the top down, pull in the right people, and if we didn't have that buy-in, it would not have been as successful. Invest more in multi-purpose content, things to change, and I could speak on this for 100 years, but we have Salesforce and Pardot as our CRM and marketing automation. We have 44 different rep distributors across the US and Canada, not to mention some that we have over the rest of the world. So the things that we can improve on is measuring those results after it gets to the salesperson. I want to know how many orders we got based off of those quotes. It's kind of hard to get those representatives to our distributors to go back into to Salesforce or the CRM and update where those actual orders came from. So we've got a lot of ideas in mind on how to improve that process. And our marketing automation, you've heard it before, keep it simple, start crawling before you walk, before you run, and that's what we have started to do now. So, and that is my spiel. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Shannon Stokes, as Matt said, and I handle the marketing communications for Eaton's Bussmann series products. So Bussmann is a division of Eaton. Eaton is a power management company. We roll under their electrical sector, then we roll under their circuit protection sector, and then further we roll under the fusible circuit protection. So that's where I am. We sell fuses. So I'm going to take you through our most recent marketing campaign that I've been building and executing for the last 15 months. I'm going to take you through the weeds because that's where I live. I'm going to spend about 8 or 9 minutes so we can go eat because I'm hungry. Okay, here's the background. So we understood that there was a need in the market, that people, engineers, they wanted higher short circuit current ratings for their panels, and they wanted to achieve that high SCCR by having components that had higher interrupting ratings, but yet those components didn't require more space than traditional solutions. So think about it that there's a non-fusible solution that takes up this much space, but it only achieves a 15 kA interrupting rating. Then you have a fusible solution that requires this much space, more space, but it's going to achieve a 200 kA interrupting rating. So the engineers wanted this fusible solution, but they wanted it in the footprint of the non-fusible solution. Does that make sense? And we had the product to meet that gap. We currently had it up to 100 amps, and we knew that very shortly we were going to expand that offering to go up to 400 amps. So that's how our marketing campaign was born, and we dubbed it The Power of Space. Okay, so we were going to target, we knew we wanted to target OEMs for HVAC, material handling, and power distribution equipment, as well as UL 508A panel builders. And we further wanted to target those people in the alternative energy, data center, industrial manufacturing, and machine building markets. So this was a much broader audience than we're used to targeting. We've done loads of marketing campaigns, but we've been very specific. Like we just wanted OEMs for data centers, or we just wanted OEMs for electric vehicles. This was the broadest we've ever done. And what was unique about this was that we already had a product. We had a product that had been in the market for 10 years, but it didn't have the brand awareness that it warranted. So we needed to get that brand awareness. And then we also needed to promote that we were about to expand that to include higher amp ratings. So the plan was we would spend a little bit teasing people. We would tease the concept